What's up, guys? This is Brandon. I'm with Sci-Fi Finds on eBay. You can find me there on eBay and also Depop as well. Been a part-time reseller, looking to go full-time, but reselling since this last February up until now, very consistently. Basically, a quick little recap. So currently, like right now, I have like 150 active listings, 92 sold in the last 90 days. That's kind of like where my business is right now. But what I want to do today is just go over a thrift haul that I had 2 days ago. Kind of a couple cool scenarios around that. So it was a very rainy day 2 days ago, like that heavy rain where no one wants to go out. I chose to go out thrifting. Got to CHKD right down the road from me right before it started raining. So I got there, got some good stuff I'll show you in the first bag here, or bags. Went to a local thrift store that's near me. It's not really a chain or anything, it's just called Family Thrift Store. But I'll be honest, for the things that they have there often and the prices that they put on them, I'm like, fair game, bro. I'm coming here a lot. And then I finished off the day with another local CHKD for me, probably about 15 minutes away. Found some good stuff there as well. So I'll just go over the thrift haul with you right here. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna title this one Blessing at the Thrift, because that's kind of how I felt. It was like, I felt like I was the only one out in my area yesterday, because there's a couple other people in my area. Found some really good stuff, consistent finds in the thrift store, like kind of one after another, and for good prices. So let's go over them real quick. So I'll go with the local CHKD down from me. I found 2 shirts there and 3 pairs of shoes, very well priced. So the first shirt, if you guys watched my last video, I'm pretty sure I had an Eton in there. Well, this video is gonna have another Eton. So this size is an XXL slim. But this is more of kind of like a heathered cotton, very soft construction. Again, if I find these in my size, I'm keeping them, but this is definitely not my size, so it's gonna be sold. Here is a brand I have not heard of, but when I looked up the comps, they seem pretty solid. Toes on the Nose. This seems like this surfing type brand, but this is a long sleeve, crew neck long sleeve shirt. It's made of a polyester, spandex, and nylon blend, so it's kind of a performance long sleeve. So I feel that will be doing pretty good in the fall. And then the 3 shoes from the CHKD down from me was pretty cool. So CHKDs in my area, I don't know how they are across the country, but around me they're 25% off on Tuesdays. So that shirt, those 2 shirts were 25% off. Which was like $5.99 each, so 25% off of that. And then these 3 shoes were marked at $4.98 each, 25% off. So they were like, what, $4 or something like that? $3.50. So the first pair is this pair of Birkenstocks. Basically just kind of a closed toe cushion shoe. Men's size 46, and they were, again, you can see right there, $4.98. So I was pretty surprised to see these just sitting there on the shoe rack. And then the other thing is these 2 pair of Cariumas. So for those that may not know, Cariuma is kind of like a casual sneaker, but also a skateboard brand shoe. So admittedly, the black one is missing the laces on the left shoe. The brown ones are a suede instead of canvas, but have both laces. Just have to clean them up a little bit. But these right here, the comps are pretty good, $30 to $50, depending on the exact model or how good a condition they are. These are in good condition. This one's just missing the laces. However, like I said, these are usually like a skateboard shoe. So with skateboarding, laces tend to get thrashed anyway. So I'm pretty sure someone will still buy these for around like that $30 range. These I'm gonna list around 35 to 40 and see what happens. All right, so that's it for the CHKD. So I'm gonna go in order. So the next thrift store I hit was the Family Thrift Store down from me. Now this is when the rain got crazy. I'm talking like torrential downpour. So I took my time in that thrift store, and I'm glad I did. So a few things I did in that thrift store, since I did have time and it was just raining so hard I was not gonna go back outside. I actually took time, so I was like, this is more of a local thrift store. Let me actually check the boys and teens section, because it was marked that way. I said, wait a minute, teens. They might put men's stuff in there. Sure enough, they did, which I'll show you here. I said, let me actually check the big and tall section, which they have one marked. I kind of do that sometimes I don't. This time I'm glad I did. So first off, I hit the polo rack where they have some polos and short sleeves and stuff like that. Found 4 Peter Millar polos in a row. So here they are. So this first one's a black striped, a light blue striped, a darker blue striped, and then you have this purple and blue striped. All size large, all in great condition, no golf course marks, no company stitching, just plain Peter Millar polos like people want. And they should, I listed them all already separately, so they should all sell. Chose to not to list them in a lot because I figured they're all different stripe patterns and colors, and someone might not want them all and they might skip the listing versus one individual listing. If someone wants to do that, I have combined shipping set up on my store and they will get a deal that way. Next up I have the boys section. So I checked the boys section real quick, the shorts and the shirts. Didn't find anything in the shirts or the jeans. It was pretty much just kind of regular stuff. There was some men's stuff in there, but just regular brands, nothing crazy. But in the shorts, I found 2 things. I found 2 pair of Cole men's shorts. One is a pair of size 28, and another one is a size, what is this one? Size 30. So they're both the same style of short, as you can see, but in great condition. No stains, no rips, no holes. So I will sell these, and they should sell for right around that $30 range. Next up, this is going to be a mistake. I'm pretty much just going to trash this, but I wanted to show it because we all do it. This is when I was moving too fast in the thrift and I just didn't look at this material close enough. So this is a Roan polo shirt, kind of a performance polo shirt. But what I did not notice is in the armpit section it has holes. Both sides. It has holes in the armpit sections. And that's because of the way it's made. It has this kind of just this plastic heated stitching all the way down the seam, which I don't think is too great. I think they actually should have stitched it, that way the material would have held better, but it is what it is. I'm just going to toss this one away and call that a loss. All right, and next up I have these 2, which I'm actually very excited about, in 2 different sections again, so glad I checked both the sections. These are both Tracksmith pullover quarter zip right there, both the size XL. So one was in just the regular, I guess you call it activewear section, and then the other was in the big and tall section. So had I not looked in the big and tall, I would not have seen the other Tracksmith and would not have spotted these deals. So. Next up I have these. I know these aren't really crazy like they used to be probably about 5, 6, 7 years ago. But Tommy Hilfiger, it's Tommy Hilfiger Athletic, and they are the track like windbreaker pants. They have the Tommy Hilfiger flag kit on the side there, and they're also insulated on the inside too. So they'll be good for the fall and winter time. I just figured for, again, this thrift store, I forgot to mention, was also 25% off. So I figured for $4.50, they're just kind of too cool to leave behind. If nothing else, they're a size small, and I will wear them. So. Next up, we have this. I was really happy to find this. Again, $6, 25% off, like $4.50. It's this Work flannel button-up. Also with the pockets too as well. So it has the pocket flannel. This was just sitting on the end of the rack, kind of unsuspectingly sitting there at the end where you wouldn't think to look after a rack of finding nothing, but this was on the end of it, so that's cool. Now, again, admittedly, I was all dopamined up from the finds, so I thought this was way better than, it's still gonna sell, but I thought it was way better than it was. This J. Crew Oarsman $6, 25% off, but it's the modern J. Crew oarsman. So for someone that may not know, J. Crew oarsman was an older model back in the 80s and 90s, I believe, and they just started remaking the oarsman again. So because when I got home, I was like feeling the material. I was like, this feels way too fresh, too new. And sure enough, I look on the inside tags, the inside material tags, and they are new. So it's still going to sell a good, I'd say 30 to 40, because it is that rugby. Does have the elbow pads, has the breathable armpits, has the stitching up right here. So it's still cool. Size XL, good size. Just not the crazy vintage find that I thought it was. Oh yeah, okay. I kind of actually forgot about these, to be honest. I probably should pick up more than I do because it does sell. But just the thrift stores around me kind of tend to mark it up too much to where I don't think it's profitable in a way. Maybe it is, but I just took a chance on this because the comps looked really good for the pricing. This pair of Jordans, $4.99, again on the boys rack. They are a size medium. But this colorway right here, I forgot the name of the colorway, but it does sell very well. Actually in that like $25, $35 range. Maybe a little bit out of the season right now, but I'm gonna get these listed quick and kind of see what they do. This one here, this is another new brand for me. I did not know about this brand. This was in the men's shorts section, but it's called Reigning Champ. It's a pair of shorts, activewear shorts, I believe. $4.99, 25% off. They're just kind of like a just simple mesh with a little logo hit there on the side, but surprisingly, these sell from anywhere from about $30 to $50. So I will take that. And then last up for that particular thrift store there, we had a pair of, yes, Levi Premium 501, size 3130. $9.99, 25% off. All the buttons are there, good condition. So these had a good sell-through rate. I figure in that $30, $40 range, so I will take that, especially going into the season we are now, which is fall. Now I have the third thrift store I hit for the day, which is a second CHKD. Again, their stuff was 25% off. About 4 things there, I believe. Kind of light, but still good stuff. So right here I have a vintage Russell Athletics. I'm definitely picking up as many of these as I can. The ones that are, this one is made in Mexico, a size large tall, which is cool. But just the simple basic sweatshirts. Made in USA, of course, made in Mexico, made in Honduras, so those vintage ones like that. Just trying to grab those up because these tend to sell very well. These are very nice and in very good condition too. These are a pair of tan khaki Polo Ralph Lauren classic fit corduroy pants. So corduroys always sell very well in the fall, and especially Polo Ralph Lauren. These should do very good. These were a size 34-30, so that's a pretty good size right there. Next up from the second CHKD, I have a pair of Levi's 527, size 32-32. Very good size, actually. $9.99, 25% off. Nice dark blue denim. You should do very good. And then the last one from there, admittedly, I do not know the date on these. I'm not as well versed in Levi's dating as I probably should be. But these are a pair of Levi 501s. And let's see here. So this is the inside tag that I have. If any of you Levi's guys in the comments could leave me what date this might be. This is going to be the other side of the tag right there. So I'm thinking the date, right, is that 01-1993, but I'm just not too sure. But I can tell that these are vintage, so that's how I'm going to list those there. Oh, and these were $6.99 at 25% off as well. All right, guys, but that is everything. I would love your comments in the comment section below based on what you guys have found, what's your coolest find. what you thought about the items here. Again, those Levi's, I would love some help identifying those if you guys know. But yeah, this is my video. I'll come at you with the next one. And until then, peace out.